Greetings from the United States of America.
Greetings from Sweden.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. All right, so yes, hi, this is the Fiery Joker, and today I am in a Skype call with the big man behind Falconshield himself. What's your name again?
Joseph Falconshield.
Ah, all
I
right.
guess it's Falconshield actually, but the direct translation is Falconshield. So
All righty. Just 1 minute, gotta make my thing my picture bigger because. All right, so yeah, how was your day today?
well, my day has just been work actually, so it's been productive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, life of a YouTuber. Every day's a work day, and every day is a fun day.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
All right. So yes, if you don't know who Falcon Shield is, well, you need to get out more. But
You're
all right. So yeah, if you don't know who Falcon Shield is, this guy creates some pretty friggin' sweet songs for League of Legends. It's what he's known for. And yeah, he does do other songs, but yeah, he makes some pretty cool stuff. And all right, right now we're gonna get some questions out here, and just need to move this around. All right. Shoot, this is not working. Technical difficulties.
ready.
All right. All right. Whoa. There we go. All right. So,
You
wow.
working?
Well, yeah, we are. Well, yeah, USA, Sweden. So obviously some scuffles are gonna happen. So, how did you get started with the whole? How did you get started with all this?
The YouTube thing.
Yeah. How'd you get started with YouTube?
Um, well, I did have a channel for a while, but I didn't upload on it. But it was, I think, this was several years ago. This was probably 2009 or 2010 when Riot Games had their Songs of the Summoned contest. And I kind of missed the first one, but I was inspired by it, so I made a song about Dr. Mundo and I uploaded it. And after that, it kind of didn't happen a lot. But then Songs of the Summon 3 came along, and it was kind of I don't know if it was mandatory, but it was like a bonus if you had a YouTube link. Lots of people had it. So I decided to make a song Hecarim and as a contest entry, and I uploaded it. And after I got the honorable mention, I got quite a lot of views, so that was exciting, and it was like a real like efficient way to reach people and to get viewers. So I continued. It really inspired me. So I made a couple of songs and uploaded them. And I think this was back in 2010 or 2011, maybe. Um, and then I started uploading kind of regularly. And well, it's on that path.
So, yeah, pretty interesting start. Um, why Falcon Shield?
Well, that's actually a very simple question because my last name is Falconshield, which is basically Falcon Shield. So sounded cool. And
I have almost a similar story. My last name is Burner, but my username is joshscorcher because it rolls a little better off the tongue.
oh, that's
Oh my
cool.
gosh. That's amazing. So yeah, Falcon Shield does sound like a pretty cool name, gotta say.
yeah. So yeah, and I have no reason to change it now.
Yeah. All right. So, are you self-taught or educated or both?
Um, oh, here, well, I'm over 30, so this is a long story. Um,
Take your time.
okay. Well, I think my musical career started when I was 7, and I started taking piano lessons. My mother
Didn't we
forced
all?
me, and well, I took lessons for 7 years, but to be honest, I wasn't that interested in it. Um, it was like a classical, like theoretical playing, so it was nothing like really where you could create your own stuff, nothing creative. And I think that's what I need. And then in I don't know if it I don't know if you call it high school. It's when you're like 13 to 16.
Yeah, we call it high school.
Yeah. In high school, I attended like musical class where we had music every day. So I got a lot of like theoretical classes and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my uh, that's where my theoretical knowledge comes from, and that kind of put a stamp on my creativity as well, because when you study a lot of theory, it could like limit the way you create. You you know like theoretically what's right and what you can do and what you can't do, but I've actively tried to avoid that kind of thinking because I believe that it limits you to what you can do. But in well, what comes after high school? Gymnasium? What do you call it?
College?
College? Yeah. In college, I decided I was like done with music after high school. It was because I got what kind of fed up with it. Um, so I decided to like study something really normal and well, like all the other kids did. But during that time, I realized that I kind of missed music and I discovered the creative side of it. So I started creating, like recording some own songs with a couple of friends, and they of course sucked. But
Aren't we all ashamed of our earliest work?
I mean, I recently listened to some of the work I did back then. This is like I don't know, like 15 years ago, and yeah, it's cringeworthy to say the least. But anyway, after college, I kind of got hooked on the like creative side and writing your own songs and recording because I am not, and I've never been, and I probably never will be a great instrumentalist. I was never that good with a piano or any other instrument, but in the studio, I kind of learned how to mask that and put things together to make them sound better than I actually was.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's usually how it goes. I mean, it, people really don't care as long as it sounds good.
Exactly. So after college, I attended some courses where I had the chance to explore that creative side. And like 10, 11 years ago, I got into a music production program in southern Sweden. So I went there and I studied like studio engineering and well, songwriting and mixing and mastering and stuff like that. And by the time I was done, that was 2 years, I realized that I really wanted to combine my two passions, which was music and gaming. So yeah,
Respect.
so I tried to I contacted a lot of universities and colleges that focused on game developing, and I got in contact with some students that were like making game projects for their classes, and I made like offered to make music for them for free to kind of well learn, get some experience, and build a portfolio. So I did that for a while working with other stuff, and I think 2009 I got my first paid original soundtrack job for a company that I'm kind of working for today as well.
Ooh,
Um,
which one?
and it's called Level 8 now, but it was called Resolution Interactive at that time. It's well, what do you call a handheld gaming company. They develop games for iOS and Android devices.
Oh,
So yeah, I got started on that, and well, that is kind of a separate track. I mean, I have like two careers, kind of. It's my gaming soundtrack career, and then the YouTube stuff. So the YouTube stuff came a little later, and now I've kind of entwined them. So I am actually working as a community manager and composer and sound engineer for this company, Level 8. And I have the YouTube thing as well. So I'm living the dream right now.
yeah, you got a sweet gig, let me tell you.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, it's been a long way to get here.
Oh yes, it's that. Yeah, you see this guy right here. He didn't even want to start with music, but he eventually went back to it, and it took him years in order to get where he is. Don't give up. Do what this guy did, and
Or
you'll
do
eventually.
something completely different because it's much easier.
All right, so
I've thought so many times, like, if I want to get into gaming, study programming or game design or something like that, because I'm not an artist, because that makes it so much easier to get into that industry. And if you are into music, you should pick the low-hanging fruit, hands down. You should make covers and parodies, and you should make hit songs. But I mean, I think like making mainstream pop songs, it's fun, and I made a few for Falconshield as well. But I mean, it's really important for me to be like free and make whatever the hell I want to do,
yeah,
and that's what I do now.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, I make a I for my Patreon, I also make organ remixes of
Yeah, I
tunes,
heard that.
and my most popular one right now is an organ remix of "Let It Go." It was so easy to make. It was when I started looking at the tune and analyzing it as I was arranging it. It was this is a very simple song.
But you must have a musical background as well.
Oh
Did,
yes, yes, I
did you
wasn't.
actually play on a real organ? Because it sounds like a real organ.
No, it's actually all synthesized.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, it's I do have a musical background. I mean, grew up playing the trombone all the way through high school, and once I got out of high school, I went into the military, Marine Corps, and joined the band. And I just got out a few months ago, and now I can focus all my time on my YouTube channel. And so yeah, I am unformally educated, if that makes sense, because you do have to go to they do have a school of music that in the military that everyone has to go to, and yeah, they do teach a theory, and I think it qualifies gives you some college credits. I'm not entirely sure. You're looking it up?
I'm sorry, I'm talking to my wife.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Sorry.
All right, so next question. There are a lot of singers you use for This Is War. How do you contact people?
Well, getting people for This Is War 1 was probably the hardest part because I wasn't that well known at that time. I think I had 5,000 subscribers when I made This Is War 1. And, well, I got Rob first. And he's been with us the whole time. He's a great rapper and writer. He's got his own YouTube channel as well. And he knew Kenny, who is now a part of Falconshield. So he like threw over Kenny's contact information to me, and I talked to Kenny. He was like, "Yeah, all right, I can do this. I'm not really a rapper. I'm like a voice actor." So then he like on his own accord made the Draven and the Galio verses with the voices, and I thought that was amazing. I wasn't expecting that at all. And that's kind of how we well, that's exactly how we got like that aspect into This Is War as well. And then Kenny knew Lily Pichu, so then we got her, and I had some contact with the Yordles previously, so that was not so hard either. And then after This Is War 1, then it was much easier to like show people that, hey, we've made this, we're making another, it's going to be cool, I'm going to make you sound great. So it was much easier to get people then. And then now I'm just, I'm getting kind of overwhelmed with people wanting to be in This Is War.
Yeah, I can understand. It's a lot of time. So what kind of requests do you usually get? Do you get like requests from people who like don't have any background that you can see, or?
Well, I get all kinds actually. I get probably the most requests from people who don't have anything to show for themselves. And at the beginning, I took the time to tell them that if you don't have anything to show me, if you can't let me sample your work, I really can't like form an opinion. But now I don't even have time to answer those emails. Sorry, people. It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal.
It's professional. It's a professional rejection.
I have a lot of things to do, and like if you have nothing to show for yourself, like if you can't let me sample your work conveniently, I won't have time to like. I won't like. Some people ask like, tell me something that you want me to do, and I'll do it. But that's really just I'm gonna invest a lot of like time, and that leads to some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm gonna get Google Translate here. That leads to expectations. So it's just I don't know. It's just better to say no directly or not answer at all. I mean, I wish I could answer everyone, but I need an assistant.
Yeah, everyone goes through that phase. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna ignore the little guy. I'm gonna be very Oh, okay. Phone callception. Boom. All right. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about yeah, I think every creator goes through that phase of, oh, I'm not gonna ignore the little guy. But sooner or later, all those little guys keep piling and piling and piling until you realize you can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Every fan that is listening to this, I'm sorry. It's nothing personal, and I started like reading and answering comments as well. It's because I just I can't do it. I mean, it's so time consuming, and often it's kind of depressing as well. I'm just gonna turn off this thing. Sorry. Sorry.
No, no, no. As I survive off of shenanigans. I love me some shenanigans.
Yeah, you do.
All right. So, how many people are aboard the Falconshield crew?
Well, to start, it was just me in the beginning, and then Martin Floberg, he he joined first, and he has been like with me almost from the beginning. He played an amazing solo on Hecarim, and so I knew that like he was my guy. I wanted him because I mean I play
I know the feeling.
I play most of the instruments in my songs, but I can't play them like he does. So like the really skillful guitar things and solos, that's his work. Um, and he joined me first. And that was us for quite a while, and then I think uh, after This Is War 3, we had Kenny or Anti-Rivet join as well. And he is an amazing voice actor, and he writes most of the lyrics now as well. Um, and just recently, like this week, like Monday or something. No, wait, no, the other week.
Which week is it?
I have no idea, but I think well, just a few days ago, I invited our last member, who is, or well, I shouldn't say last, but our newest member, Lars Hellhammer. Yeah, that's actually his real name.
Why do all of you Nordics have awesome last names?
But he's German, so I don't think he counts as Nordic, but he's
I
really
think you guys have kind of like adopted Germany as Nordic.
yeah. So he's our video editor, and he's made one video for us this far, and he's working on the other, and yeah, we put him on the payroll, and he's in the group now. I mean, he's not really in the band, I guess, but he's definitely part of Falconshield. So we're four now.
All right. So let's see. What kind of games do you enjoy besides League of Legends, of course?
Who said I enjoyed League of Legends?
My mind!
No, actually,
I don't know. It's like this is so mind blowing. I mean, like your shirt, it said League of Legends, so I just assumed. I'm so sorry. I should check my privilege. I'm so sorry.
Josh, you need to cut that out because if people found out, now I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Actually, I enjoy League of Legends a lot, but unfortunately, I just don't have time to play it anymore. It's very rare that I do. And what else? Well, I enjoy like playing single player games. Like I recently finished Watch Dogs, and I'm playing Dragon Age Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, I don't have a lot of time to play it, but I do enjoy playing it when I can. And I play Hearthstone. It's like the perfect game for me. It's handheld. I play it on my iPad, and I can play it like a quick game whenever I want to. So it's like the perfect setup. So yeah, I guess those are the games I'm playing right now. I mean, I've played probably the games that most people play, like World of Warcraft, many, many years ago, but I'm
Yeah.
never going there again. Um, and oh, Monster Hunter. Love Monster.
Oh, that's an interesting one. So yeah, most of those games that you mentioned, I don't play. I'm into more of the it's like I haven't been playing a lot of League of Legends, but I also play a lot of like Dynasty Warriors, which the Warring Kingdom skins were based on. Yeah, I love me some Dynasty Warriors. I also like playing Call of Duty. It's like, yep, I'm one of those people. I love Call of Duty. Can't get enough
I
of it.
can't play FPS games.
That's fair. I don't really like a lot of FPS games either. I just like Call of Duty because it's stupid and it knows that it's stupid. It's the same reason I like Team Fortress 2. It's stupid and it knows that it's stupid. I really like those games that are just stupid and they know they're stupid.
Okay, yeah.
They know they're video games.
Good. They're not trying to take over your life.
Yeah, I can't really get into like all the serious stuff because I just really can't take it seriously. It's like League of Legends. It's like there's a lot of times when it knows that it's stupid.
Yeah, but it's very serious for a lot of people,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it can be serious. It's like the lore of the world is very interesting, but at the end of the day, I feel that these are video games and you're meant to have fun with them. I mean, yeah, sure, there are a couple of them that break the mold and experiment with what a video game can do, like a Spec Ops: The Line, which asks the question, can a video game hold you accountable for things it told you to do? And can the act of shooting another person cause something other than visceral joy? Or there's video games like the Stanley Parable, where it's a complete experiment in storytelling. It's like, go through the left door, go through the right door. Okay, what every choice a consequence. So yeah, it's yeah.
I come from like when I was younger, when I discovered video games, it was probably the adventure games that like caught me.
Oh.
King's Quest, Simon the Sorcerer, Discworld, stuff like that.
Oh, lucky you. For me, all I got was I grew up on educational video games.
Oh,
Math Blaster, Jump
I'm
Start, Clue Finders.
I'm sorry.
Freddy Fish, Fatty Bear, Pajama Sam. But
Yeah,
I still had all. But the thing is, I also viewed educational video games as the same as stuff that come out of Nintendo, because I still had a Super Nintendo. I still had a Nintendo 64. I was kind of a dumb kid, looking back, and that I didn't really know when a bad video game was thrust on me. So I kept coming back to Superman 64. I had Superman 64, and I kept going back to that. I was a dumb kid.
Yeah.
You're supposed to disagree with me, a-hole.
No point in denying it. That is... Why? Why would you do that?
Well, I actually made an entire video about that, because I made a video about how I recently how I tried Baldur's Gate and I didn't like it, and I'm just like, why don't I like this game? I mean, it has almost everything that I do like in a video game. And then I just started looking at what game.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I just started looking at what games that I like, but I know are bad games. And I started analyzing. I was like, why did I like Superman 64? Oh yeah, it was because I played on the easy mode where you don't have to fly through the rings. And I also looked up cheat codes where you could skip those levels.
Oh.
So
So
yeah.
you like to win.
So yeah, basically I guess I had a higher patience threshold when I was younger. Don't we all?
I
We
don't
had
know. I mean, that actually makes no sense to me. I mean, I have kids; they have no patience.
well, me, I had the patience of a saint when I was a kid. It's do you ever notice like games are a lot faster now, whereas
Yeah.
whereas playing of it, it's like playing Ocarina of Time now. It only take me about 2 or 3 days to complete, whereas Ocarina of Time when I was a kid, it took me almost a year to complete.
Yeah, but I think that has something to do with you as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I played. I remember I didn't have the Nintendo Entertainment System when I was a kid. Actually,
Actually, neither did I.
I had the Sega Master System, and I remember some like Asterix and Obelix games that I played, and I played it when I was a kid, and it was so damn hard. I couldn't like I just couldn't beat it, and far from beating it, it was like I guess I just sucked at it. But then, like 20 years later, I had like some kind of uh,
Nostalgia burst, nostalgia craving.
yeah, I had like a nostalgia period where I bought some old video games, and I bought that because it reminded me of my childhood, and I beat it in one day. So I mean, you develop as a gamer as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I also played Superman 64 because it was a pretty broken game and I liked finding all the glitches. It's like there's this glitch in the training area and the training which is flying through rings, of course. And if you actually if you go into the final ring and you walk into it instead of flying through it, you walk through it, you'll slowly go through the floor, and if you press the control stick up, you'll keep going down and down and down, and then it'll like shake for a little bit, and then you're completely under the city of Metropolis, and you can fly under, and you can start lasering people from behind from under the. It's so much fun. He really is Superman. So yeah, a lot of times you're just gonna have to make your own enjoyment. You got to make your own fun. If the game will not provide it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, and also another thing I noticed about Superman 64 is that nobody talks about the multiplayer aspect.
There is a multiplayer.
Yeah, there is a multiplayer, and in a really confusing decision, you couldn't play as Superman in it. It was kind of it's like this multiplayer. It was kind of like Mario Kart in the air, and yeah, you had little weapons and stuff. It was actually kind of fun.
Hmm.
It's like nobody ever talks about that. I mean, it's on the main menu.
Hmm.
Who knows?
I guess it was hard to get a friend to play with you.
Oh, I had a brother.
Ah, you forced him.
Yeah, it's me and my older brother. We kind of had a like brains and bronze duo. It's my older brother was very good at figuring out puzzles, and I was not. So I couldn't really do things alone, but I was capable of performing.
Hmm.
So yeah, we had a lot of fun trudging through the worlds of. Oh, my camera keeps changing angles. I had we had a lot of fun trudging through the levels of Donkey Kong 64 and Legend of Zelda, Super Mario, and he would always say, "Ooh, try this or try that," or "Oh, I think I know how this puzzle works. Try this,"
Hmm.
and I would be able to do it.
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 22.
You're 22, huh?
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Wow.
You're old. That's exactly that was the face of you're old.
Well, yeah. The thing is, you don't look 32.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
Well, I believe that's partly because I came out of the military, where even if you're under 30, you look old. It's
Mm.
it's it's so weird. In the Marine Corps, everyone looks old. It's like if you're 40, you look like you're 80. I don't know what it is.
Hardened warriors.
And if you're 30, you look like you're 50.
Maybe maybe like you spend a lot of time in the sun.
I suppose, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm glad it got out because I didn't want to lose this pretty face.
All right, so where were we?
I don't know. I kind of already answered. You kind of already answered all the questions that I thought of.
Okay, so got anything else?
Um,
Want to know about me or what I do? You want any sample?
what's your favorite instrument?
Huh. To play or to listen to?
Both. Oh dear.
Well, I guess my answer has to be piano,
Good
but
choice.
but I mean, for me, like musical excellence comes when you combine stuff.
Very true.
So, like my songs usually have no less than 40 channels playing. So, yeah, I'm a combiner.
Yeah. I'd have to say my favorite instrument to listen to usually comes in the form of the church organ. I just love the way it sounds. It just feels to me like the king of instruments.
Yeah, it's a very powerful instrument. I agree.
It's like and you can just the emotions that you can get across with it. It's like it can be ominous and powerful. It can be soft and it can be soft and gentle. It can proclaim greatness like at a wedding. It can be a funeral dirge. It's just so much it really emphasizes powerful emotions.
Yeah, that's true. I've used the organ quite a lot, actually. It's great, like for, but to be honest, I mostly use it for the big like ominous pieces.
Yeah.
Like when I want to like this 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 piece like this part needs more like epic feel to it. So what do we do? We slap on church organ. That's what we do.
Yeah, easiest ways to make a character look like a villain. Number 1, dress him in black. Number 2, give him a church organ. Number 3, give him an apple.
Apple?
Yeah, it's like, have you ever noticed that whenever you see someone eat an apple, it's like in a movie or something, suddenly they're an a-hole.
Really? I never thought about that.
It's like Draco Malfoy is a big one. It's like give him an
Yeah,
apple and he looks like an a-hole.
yeah, he's definitely. So I just published my new logo on Facebook.
I can't touch my computer right now. I can't touch.
Okay, so you can't like receive anything.
I can receive things. It's just that everything is set up, and I'm screen recording right now, so
Okay.
I can't touch. No touchy, no touchy, no touch.
No touchy. Let's see. Let's see here.
All right, I guess if you could turn your camera around and look at it from your computer, I guess.
Oh yeah, of course. Let's see. I can show you around.
Yeah, I see the ceiling.
Let's see. No, that's not a good place.
Guitar. Wait, is that a ukulele? I can't tell.
That's a ukulele.
Yep. Hey, you got tambourine.
Okay, maybe you can see this.
Wow. Yeah. There you go. But shouldn't it be but if you're gonna go with that logo, shouldn't it be Falcon on shield? Because it's technically not using a falcon as a shield. I'm just giving you crap, man.
Don't start now. You know how much time I've spent on this.
I know. I'm just teasing.
Okay, let's see. So I have a very small office. I'm at the level 8 offices where I sit. It's my office and studio. I don't have a lot of equipment because, well, I don't know. Maybe I could make use of it, but I kind of just learn to be good at the stuff I have and to make use of it. So let's see. There you enter.
Nice.
And here we go.
Whee!
And I'm done.
Oh, that was fun.
Made me dizzy.
Yep. So yeah, my workspace isn't nearly as interesting, but yeah. Oh shoot. Cables. All right. So yeah, that's my piano, my mic, and all the games are down here, and yeah, there's my Wii U stuff, iPad, computer. That's so yeah, it's a yikes.
Hey, I'd really like to know a little bit more about how you work. Like YouTube is your like work now.
Yeah.
So how do you like? How does like a day look for you?
Well, since I work from home, I get up and I get up, have to do the basic stuff. I mean, like get ready for the day, be a presentable human being, and so I get down and I check everything. I check Skype, check my email, check my YouTube messages because yeah, working as a YouTuber, you really have to keep up to date on everything because the internet is continuously updating. You gotta check everything. It's like I don't use Facebook because I just can't stand it. Instead, I use Tumblr. I check Tumblr, check DeviantArt, check Twitter, check. So check everything. And usually with that you get a couple new information. You absorb all the latest news and stuff, and that usually takes about an hour or two.
Yeah.
Just to keep everything updated. And I do notice that I'm a little more productive in the mornings, so I usually try to get my work done as early as possible. So what I usually do, so I also release it. I have a new release schedule. I release a video a day at noon. So I just look at what I have lined up. It's I look at my patrons, and they say, oh, so, this person asked for this. All right, so I'll work on that because the Let's Plays I have are really easy to do, and they really exist as a placeholder. Because you know, I do want to keep my fans entertained, but Let's Plays really don't require a lot of effort. And my fans get to spend more time with me. They get to see me have fun. They also get to see me fail and have frustration. Friggin' anti-form. That's one of my new catchphrases. Friggin' anti-form. Friggin' Kingdom Hearts 2. I love it and I hate it and I love it and I love it and I hate it and I love it. Anyways, I do have on my Skype. I do have quite a few chats that I have a stream chat in which I stream my projects as I'm making them. It happens every Saturday, which is today in about 2 hours now that I think about it. And and I also have, that's where on my patrons I have to talk to them because you know they did pay me to do this, and I do have an obligation.
Yeah.
I also have a couple editors that I like to divvy projects to. because I found a couple editors that I trust and have a similar skill level when it comes to editing to me. So yeah, you'll usually find me writing. You'll usually find me like writing scripts and talking with my editors like how I'm gonna do this and how I want this. And yeah, and then usually in the afternoon I play League, I play Dynasty Warriors, I play oh yeah, I've recently gotten into Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's free.
Speaking of Star Wars games, have you ever played Star Wars? What's it called? Star Wars 2 Jedi Outcast?
Oh yeah, I have heard of that. Yeah, I have played that.
That is one of my like all-time favorite games because I was freaking awesome at that. Lightsaber duels. That was my thing.
Yeah, that's a game that's constantly listed on that's constantly always in the top 3 of the best Star Wars games of all time.
Hmm.
And it's easy to see why.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, like, I don't know, 13, 14 years ago, it had a really active community and like with lots of clans and like clan fights and duels and yeah, it was a lot of fun, but towards the end it got kind of toxic and well, gaming on the internet.
Yeah. It seems that the internet seems to bring out the worst in people.
Yeah, usually does. Um, well, I couldn't really tell you what a day in my life looks like. I mean, I try to work like from 8 to 5 every day. And I don't work at home. I work at this office where I have my studio. Um, and well, I guess I should be more structured, but it's kind of hard because I'm always divided between the stuff I have to do. I have to make Falconshield stuff. Right now, I mean, I have to show you this list. This is my whiteboard where I keep my projects. So this is my active projects right now. There's yours.
Yep.
Um, and there's always a lot to do with Falconshield. There's always something I can do. But then I have to do the like community management as well, and that takes some time. And I have to write music for their games, and we're developing a new game now. And I have to make the soundtrack for that. And I don't know. Right now, I have to be honest, I'm a little bit overwhelmed, and also because I'm a little bit stressed because This Is War 4 has been delayed, and it has not been going as smoothly as I was hoping. Because I was planning on, like, Rickard Jäger, who is making those videos, amazing editor, and he's working here at Level 8 as what do you call it? Like lead artist or something. No, I mean he's I don't know what his title is, but he's working like with his graphical artist. And he's got a full-time job. So This Is War is just something that he does on the side. And we always try to like up our game, both from a music standpoint, but graphical as well. And like if you look at the videos, they have like progressed and they are prettier. And we were like thinking about how we could like change the approach with This Is War 4. But we were planning on having in-game footage and like adding text on that. But as it turns out, the only like really good tool to record gameplay and like make it look cool, like some people do, is to use League Replay. League Replay is a really buggy piece of trash, to be honest, because it crashes every time League of Legends is patched. And then it takes a while. There's a lot of downtime, and then it kind of works for a while, then it crashes again. So, like, for me to get the time to record footage at the short, like, windows where the program actually works is really hard. So we kind of scrapped that idea. So we're gonna make it look like, well, something like the others, like kinetic typography.
I completely understand with the whole trying to top yourself every single time, because you do really want to improve yourself every time. You want to put your best foot forward, and I feel the same way. It's a lot of times I really don't want to release a new major project, a countdown or review. I really don't want to release a new one unless I can outdo the previous time I did it. I completely understand.
But musically, it's coming along fine. I think it's sounding great, and like the arrangement is pretty much done. We got most of the verses, and it's sounding. I think it will be really, really good this time. So I'm excited about that. But since we made this call like this week to change the approach, so we just got started with the video. So that's probably going to be another 2 months, maybe. And like the This Is War videos, that is like the thing that I'm mostly known for. So,
actually, I knew the first time I saw you was a Super Mega Death Team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the person who introduced me to League of Legends. We played Thresh and Jinx bot lane a lot. And then she mentioned, it's like, oh, hey, you need to see this song. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Glad you liked it. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, I was talking about my workload. Yeah, I have a lot to do, basically.
Yeah, well, thank you for taking your time out of your day to pander to me.
No, no problem. I mean, it's very rare that I get to talk to another YouTuber of this size. So
it's very rare that I get to talk to someone on YouTube this size and from Sweden. I mean, the only other guy I know from Sweden is He Who Shall Not Be Named.
What, Voldemort?
The most popular guy on YouTube right now.
Okay.
He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Why shan't he be named?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even watch his videos. I just whenever my fans talk about him, there's like a stigma against him, and I'm just like, really, guys? I've only seen like 2 of his videos. I don't think he's worthy of that kind of bile. I love my fans. I really do. I wouldn't, because my fans make this worth it. But a lot of times they do some questionable things that I do have to call them out on. A lot of times. I am more than ready and willing to call out my fans if they do something stupid. And one thing I do appreciate about my fans is they are just as willing to call me out if I ever do something stupid. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting relationship we have.
Yeah. I've like I want to be in touch with fans, and I want to answer them more like, I don't know, kind of having some kind of communication. But I think that is mostly through Facebook. That's where I post like important news and, well, tell progress. Beside that, I've kind of, well, try to avoid reading comments because, well, it's easier to just like do your thing, and it's easy to get put down like when people don't like your stuff.
Yeah, I know the feel. So yeah, but one thing I found out that an easy way to connect to fans is actually to have a Tumblr blog. It's one of my friends used a Tumblr blog, and I'm like, and I noticed that he was able to connect with his fans a lot more. Now he actually doesn't like his fans, but but yeah, I put a Tumblr blog, and people asked me questions. I posted a couple updates, and that's really just where it's on YouTube. Unfortunately, is where the place on YouTube. Whenever I post a comment, I always get comments like, "Oh my gosh, it's Josh! It's the Fiery Joker!" Ah, and I have to like drop my shoes, drop my backpack, and drop snacks and run. But with a Tumblr blog, my fans can ask me basic questions, and I can actually be one of the normal guys on Tumblr. It's awesome.
Mm.
I can't do it on YouTube anymore, unfortunately, but at least Tumblr. It's like a quick little reblog site, and you probably want to watch the Welcome to Tumblr video before you go on there, because if you don't, you're gonna have a bad time.
But for me, it's like it's just another social media that I'm not gonna keep up with. I don't know. It's much already. I mean, I'm trying to like tweet, and I'm not good at that.
Oh yeah, I barely tweet either. I only use Twitter because it's what all the big people use. But the thing is, I connected my YouTube and my Tumblr account to Twitter. So if I ever do something on YouTube or Tumblr, Twitter tweets it.
All right.
So yeah, it's very. And I also connected my well, I didn't really do this because I don't use Facebook, but you can also connect your Facebook with your Tumblr. So if you ever do something on Tumblr, it'll appear on Facebook.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just a lot of neat tricks.
All right.
Well, yeah, I guess that is about 60 minutes.
Well, I haven't kept track of time, but I think I should do some stuff before I quit for the day.
All right. So yeah, it's in the morning over here. It's really late over there. All right.
4:30.
Yeah. 10:30. So yeah, it was good. It was great talking with you, man.
Yeah, same.
All right. So yeah, can't wait to see what you do. Love all your work, and this is the Fiery Joker signing off. All right.
Will this be on YouTube?
Yes.
Kaboom!